Hey friend, John MacLennan here, and welcome to episode number 11 of the Sgt. Pepper series. In this video, you're going to learn how to play Good Morning as recorded by the Beatles on guitar. Now, if this is the first video in this series you've seen, I'm posting a brand new song lesson for every single song on this classic Beatles album, Sgt. Pepper's. Now today's video is on Good Morning, and this has a lot of different time signatures in this song, so that's one of the trickiest things about it. It doesn't have a lot of complicated chords, but the counting of this is pretty tricky. But I'm gonna go through all of it for you and break it down, so when you're done with this video, you'll have all the information you need to go and play this along with the recording. Before we dive in though, I want to hook you up with a gift right away. At the first link down below, I've got a free soloing guidebook. And this is a book that I wrote about improvisation and playing leads on guitar. And it has over 100 licks and exercises in it that come with audio examples as well, for all of them in the book, and I'm gonna give it to you completely for free just for spending some time with me today on my YouTube channel. Just go to johnmaclennan.com/free book and pick up your copy there. All right, well, with that said, let's dive into this song. Let's break down how to play Good Morning as recorded by the Beatles. Now, we're gonna play this song in the key of A, but depending upon the different versions, like I've heard some on Spotify and some on YouTube, and sometimes they're down a half step. So depending upon what version you're playing along with, you may have to tune your guitar down a half step to play this guitar part. But I'm gonna show it to you in the key of A. I think that's gonna be the easiest here. And depending upon which version, you'll have to adjust. But we're gonna start out with this intro section, and we've got 4 bars before the verse kicks in. Here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're just using 2 chords here, an A and a D. And I'm gonna be playing bar chords for these, but if that's too hard, you could just play A to D in open position, or you could play these as power chords as well, and that would be an easier version as well. So we're starting on the A at the 5th fret, 5, 7, 7, 6, 5, 5. And then the D chord that I'm going to is like my standard sort of A-shaped bar chord here. I'm playing from the 5th string down, 5, 7, 7, 7, and I'm just muting the high E and the low E. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna hit A on 1 and then D on beat 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm resting in between with my strum hand. Then I'll split up the measure, 2 strums on each chord. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do that again. Then we'll finish with just 1 strum on A. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll rest for the remainder of that 4th measure. So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, from there, we're gonna go into the verse. Now here's where things get a bit tricky with the counting. Let me play it for you first, and then I'll break it down. Here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're gonna be using a lot of different time signatures here. We're starting out with a 3-4 measure, and we're gonna go from an A chord to an E minor chord. And that E minor is up here at the 7th fret, starting on the 5th string. 7, 9, 9, 8. And if you want, you can bar all the way to 7 or just play the 4 strings there. We're also gonna use a G here, which is the same as A, just down 2 frets at the 3rd fret. Okay, so those are the chords we're gonna use. Oh, we're also gonna use an E major as well. So that's gonna be the same as your D chord, but just up at the 7th fret. So we're reusing a lot of the same shapes. That's the beauty of bar chords, is you learn one shape, but you can move it all around the neck. So here we're gonna go 1 and 2 and. That's A to E minor. 1 and 2 and 3 and. We're gonna be in a 3/4 time signature. Then we go to 2/4, 1, 2, and then 3/4. 1, 2, 3. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Then we go to 2/4 and we go A, and then we just play this note. It's really like the bass that does that, but I just like to hit that note with the bass. So 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and... Okay, then we do it again. 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and... Now here we go to 4/4, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So here it is all as one piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we go to a bar of 3 and a bar of 2, which is basically like 5 counts. You know, it's like 5/4 on D. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then go to E and play 4 strums. So we're in 4/4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we do the first phrase again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and now 3/4 on this G. And then we do the intro part that goes. Okay, so let me play this entire verse for you, and I'll count it out. Again, the trick is kind of hearing the phrase and listening to it, and then starting to get the counting. If you can count with it, you'll be set, but I know this is difficult with a lot of different changes here in the time signature. So here we go, starting on the verse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, now I'll do it without the counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then it goes back, it does that whole verse section again. After we play everything again, we go back for a third time, but we cut it short. So here's the third time. Then we go to this straight 4 thing where we go, and this is the right, where it's sort of like the bridge section here, and we just alternate between A and D, 2 beats each, in a 4/4 time signature. And then we go into the guitar solo, and the guitar solo is just back over the verse with all the time signature changes. So for this bridge part, when I'm just going A to D, we actually play it 5 times, and then on the 6th time we break. We just hit that A chord and break. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Congrats on making it through this classic Beatles guitar lesson. Be sure to take your time with the counting of this song, and the more you listen to it and play it, the more it'll start to come together, and you'll hear things as a phrase and not necessarily having to count out every beat. So start with the counting so you understand it, and then try to move more towards just playing from a feel. And to help you even more, make sure to pick up my free soloing guidebook. This is a book that I spent a year writing a while back, and it has over 100 licks and exercises in it that come with audio examples as well, and it's going to show you how to solo over major, minor, and dominant chords. So check that out, as my gift to you, just go to johnmclennan.com/freebook or use the link down below. Before you go, leave a comment down below and let me know your #1 song from this album. Just comment it down below. Also, I'll leave a link down below for the playlist, the YouTube playlist where all these songs are going to be added. So if you want to learn more songs from this classic album, check that out. Have fun, and we'll see you in another video real soon.